Hello, good morning. So, in the last lecture, we completed the topic of your double integrals, where we see where we checked how to find the double integrals in Cartesian and in polar. So, last topic was related to changing Cartesian integral into polar integral. Sometimes when region of integration is easy to sketch, but the integral itself is not that much easy to work with in Cartesian. So in that cases also we switch to polar coordinates to find the double integrals of such type of questions. Now, before closing the lecture, we have a brief idea about triple integral. We did little about triple integral because mostly in this unit of multiple integrals we usually concentrate related to the concepts of your double integral. Triple integral we will not be going for that, and only the thing where we come to know from triple integral that we must know is that simply it was a triple integral. As in the last lecture we did that if this is a double integral, all was a reason, this is a triple integral, D is now a space, D is basically a region in space, a 3D space. So this is your triple integral, and volume of that region D, volume of that region D can be now computed by this triple integral also. So this is the thing that we must know, that the volume of any three-dimensional space or a region can be computed using this triple integral. Similarly, we have area. Same is the concept that we did for double integral for area. Here is the same concept for volume, that you put fx by z equals to 1. Now, before moving to the next questions that we are going to do here, so the questions that are mostly related to triple integrals, I'm again saying we usually do not ask much about triple integrals. If question comes from triple integral, it will be something like solve integral 0 to 1, 0 to 2 minus x, 0 to 2 minus x minus y, dz, dy, dx. So usually the question is asked about your triple integral that has been asked related to this form. So the only purpose of doing triple integral is just to tell you that volume of a three-dimensional region can be computed in terms of triple integral. Also, you remember that volume of a region R, volume of a region R, this region R, if you have double integral, is equals to your this one, sorry, not volume of R, sorry, volume of not R, volume of a region, or let me write it in the next slide. Let me write it in the next slide. Remember that we have also done volume of a region, bounded below by region in xy plane and above y fxy is given in terms of your double integral is equals to your this one, provided the important thing fxy is positive. Provided fxy is positive. This is the thing we did initially when we started your double integral, that the double integral also give you volume of the space or the region enclosed above by the surface fxy and below by the xy plane, or the region whatever you are considering in xy plane. So this is the thing that we will be now doing after this question of triple integral, that how we can find volume, because again we are concentrating back to the double integrals, that how we can even find the volume by using double integrals, because we have done much of the theory related to double integrals or finding the values of your integration limit. So let us first now complete this question. I is equals to 0 to 1, 0 to 2 minus x, 0 to 2 minus x minus y, dz, dy, dx. So let me start the integration. So this is your 2 minus x, or let me just first write the integral. This is z, 2 minus x minus y. So this is equals to dy dx, and this gives you 0 to 1, 0 to 2 minus x, 2 minus x minus y, dy dx, and then with respect to y, you have 2y minus xy minus y square by 2 dx. This is 0 to 2 minus x. So this is how you can solve these simple integrals of, in case the question of triple integral is asked, it will be in this form. And finally, if you solve this, put the values, you will finally get 2 minus x whole square dx, and this gives you minus 1 by 6, 2 minus x cube 0 to 1. So this is 1 minus 6, 1 minus your 8, so this is 7 by 6. So this is the value of the integral of this triple integral in this case. So similarly, you can try more questions for your triple integral. Now coming back to the concept of this volume of three-dimensional space, either given by triple integral, but we will be concentrating on this thing, that if fxy is positive, how we can find the volume of the region above the xy plane, or the region which is you have considered in xy plane, and above the surface, below the surface fxy, using double integral. So now come to these type of questions. So here is your first question. Here is your first question in this regard of questions regarding to your volume. Because area, we have already done the questions of area. Now the volume, find the volume of solid whose. Solid means three-dimensional region whose base is region in xy plane, that is bonded by parabola y is equal to 4 minus x square, and line y equals to 3x, while top of solid is bounded by plane z equals to x plus 4. Okay, so this is the question. Here you have been asked to find the volume of the three-dimensional region space, which comprises of, or the region three-dimensional space, which is bounded above by the surface, this z equals to fxy. So this is the surface that here it is plane. It is a three-dimensional figure. So it is now represented for fxy, that the region whose volume, 3D-dimensional region whose volume we are now going to calculate, is bounded above by this plane. This plane is slanted plane, we will see what this plane is, and below by the xy plane, by the region enclosed by this parabola and line y equals to 3x. That is, let me first draw this parabola. But before that, since we have to draw this and this one in xy plane, so we must first know the points of intersection. So that will help us easily to find the points of intersection in your xy plane in the region of integration. So that will help you in the sketching. So this gives you your x square minus 3x minus 4 equals to 0. Put it here. You get x square plus 3x minus 4x. So this is x square plus 4x minus x minus 4 equals to 0. X plus 4, x plus 4. So this gives you x equals to 1 minus 4. So y is equals to 3, y equals to minus 12. So you get the points of intersection 1, 3 and minus 4, minus 12. So these are the points of intersection of the parabola and this straight line. Now with the help of these points, we will also use these points minus 4, minus 12. These are the points of intersection. So here it is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 1, this is 2. Parabola is y is equals to 4 minus x square and line is y equals to 3x. Clearly at y equals to 0, you have x equals to plus minus 2. So parabola at y0, x plus minus 2, and at x0, y is equals to 4. So this is going from here. This is 1, this is 2. So it will be parabola like this one and this one. This is the shape of the parabola, a rough shape. Now, here is the parabola y is equals to 4 minus x square. Done. This is 2, 0, this is minus 2, 0, and this is point 0, 4. Okay. Now the line y equals to 3x. Otherwise line y equals to 3x. So at x0, y is 0. At x1, y is your 3. x1, y is your 3. So let me just draw the parabola little bit fine so that I can. Okay. Let me correct it properly. Okay, that's fine. So at 1 it is 3. So this is the line. This is the line. So this line will go like this one. This line will go this one and like this. That's fine. And the other points, the points of intersection are 1, 3. At 1 it is 3. So somewhere here it is the points of intersection 1, 3. So let me just plot it properly. Just like this one. And other point of intersection is minus 4, minus 12. So this is minus 3, minus 4. This is minus 4, 0. So it is, if it is your 4, this is 8, this is 12. So this goes like this one. So let me, no, this is not like. Let me draw it in a proper way. Yes. So this line, it goes like this, and yes, okay. In the paper it is not necessary to draw the figure in the scale, but I am trying my best so that it can be in proper scale. So this is minus 4, minus 12. So now here is your curves that are generating the given region required for the question. And the region is bounded by the parabola and the line y equals to 3x. So this is the line y equals to 3x. So the bounded region is this one. This is the bounded region. Okay. This is the bounded region between line y equals to 3x. Although line y equals to 3x doesn't look like y equals to 3x doesn't look like a line here. It appears more as a curve. But let me just correct it a bit so that you can have a feel of a line, not a curve. Okay, this is now much better. And yes, it is much better now. Okay. Now it looks like a line. Okay. Now this region is in xy plane, and we have to find the volume above this region enclosed by this parabola and straight line, and above it is bounded by the plane. The plane is your z equals to x plus 4. That is your fxy, the surface, the plane. Here it is x plus 4y, x plus 4. So clearly, but is the plane? Let me just show you a figure. Yes, here it is. So you can see here, this is the figure of your 3-dimensional figure of plane x plus 4. So Here it is your x-axis, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So it is slanted and going in this way, slanted and going in this way. So here it is x-axis, this is y-axis, and here it is your z-axis, this is z-axis. So this is the figure of a plane. It is distributed among all the xy planes. However, we in this particular case will be considering only that part of the plane that goes above this surface, and below that part of the plane and above this bounded region in xy plane, we need to find the volume of that particular three-dimensional region. So volume of region or three-dimensional space, let me write it here, volume of three-dimensional space bounded below by region R. I am saying this as region R, and above by slanted plane z equals x plus 4 is your R fxy dA. Yes, this is the volume. Now, how it is sure that fxy is positive? Let us just keep it in mind that whenever a question will be asked regarding the volume, the fxy, here it is given z equals x plus 4, that is always going to be positive, at least in the region whatever is given, in the region whatever is given, a region in xy plane. That is x and y in this region. You are considering all those values of x and y that lies in this region, and also on the boundary. So for all those values of x that lies in this xy plane, in this region of xy plane, fxy is going to be positive. You can choose any of the value, and you will see fxy is always going to be positive. Now, after this one, here let me write your volume, because equals to R fxy, that is your x plus 4, that is z here. And again, now the thing is, in order to find the volume, the main thing is you need to find the limits of integration of this region R in xy plane. So for that, I need the limits of integration, and first of all, that what should be the order of integration? I should integrate first with respect to x or first with respect to y. So looking at this region of integration, I can clearly see, if I take y first, if I take integration first with respect to y, that is, I am integrating first with respect to y, here say I am taking y and then x, then in that case, the curve is always entering in the same line, y equals to 3x, curve is always entering in the same line, and always leaving, sorry, not curve, imaginary line L, and always leaving on the same curve y equals to 4 minus x square. So I need not to split the region, at least if I choose the order of integration, y first and x then. So here I take y and here I take x. Now, L imaginary line enters at this. This is line y equals to 3x. So this is y equals to 3x. The imaginary line enters the surface at line y equals to 3x. And leaves at this boundary, always. And this boundary is your y equals to 4 minus x square. So this is your 4 minus x square. Done. So these are the values of y for the given region of integration. Y, the imaginary line L enters as straight line 3x and leaves at 4 minus x square. The values of x that encloses this region, minus 4 to 1. Minus 4 to, this is minus 4, this is 1. So these are the values of x that encloses this your all the vertical lines passing through this region in the increasing direction of y. So this is the limits of integration, and you can solve this integral to find the answer as 625.12. So these are the limits of integration, and here we choose y first. Here we choose y first, and then your x, because in this order of integration the reason is not going to split. It remains same, and we can find the limits of integration easily. So this was the first question regarding volume. Now I am coming to your example 2. Example 2. Now I am coming to example 2. Now one more thing regarding this question. Since for this reason of integration, I have assumed that we are taking the order of integration y first and x then. Now if we choose x first and y then that concept, that question we will do in the last. If we got the time, we will do that also. Okay. For time being, let us finish the question and then come back to this question. For if we choose, or if the question is asked like that, you have to go for the integration by taking x first and y then. So we will come to this question later. Let me first try the other question. Find the volume of solid in first octant bounded by coordinate plane, the cylinder x square plus y square is equals to 4, and plane z plus y is equals to 3. Okay, so now the question is that here you have to find the volume of solid in first quadrant, octant, sorry, it is not quadrant, it is quadrant, they are in plane. In plane, xy plane, you have 4 quadrants, and when you are in 3D space, you have 8 octants. The first octant is, you can see what the octants are, here you can see here. So in this figure, here it is your x-axis, राजकुमार जी जरा देखना फिगर दिख रही है ठीक से, दिख रही है? ओके, ठीक है चलिए, ओके, थैंक यू. So in this figure you can see here it is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. This is x-axis positive, this is y-axis positive. So first quadrant is here. First quadrant we burst in xy plane. However, in the first quadrant, if you have a 3D space, so above cubicle, the cubicle above first quadrant is your first octant, then this is second octant, and so on. So you have overall 8 octants in 3-dimensional space. In plane you have 4 quadrants. So this is your first octant where x, y, z coordinates are positive. So that is the first quadrant, and it is bounded by this, you can say, this purple your plane, that is your xz plane. Then you have your yellow plane, that is your yz plane. So this your octant is bounded from 2 sides by this purple your plane, that is your xz plane, and orange plane by your yz plane. Okay, so this is what he is saying. Here, that volume of solid we have to find which is bounded by coordinate plane from 2 sides, xz and yz. You have simply a first quadrant, but now you are in 3D, so he is saying octant, and one of the 2 sides, xz plane and yz plane, they are bounded by xz and yz plane of your coordinate plane. Now cylinder, x square plus y square equals to 4. So cylinder, basically you have the other side bounded by your cylinder. So basically cylinder is, this is, if you have a plane, it is representing a circle. If you consider xy plane, it represents circle with radius 2 and center 0, 0. So you extend that circle to the above xy plane, below xy plane, you get a cylinder. Okay, so its shape you can assume something like this one. You can assume the shape of this cylinder like this one. So this is the cylinder, shape of the cylinder. And remember that it is representing a circle, okay? If you look at it from the point of view of your xy plane it will be a curve like this one, a circle of radius 2 and center 0, 0. Okay, this is a circle of radius 2 and center 0, 0. However, this is the only part we have here in your xy plane. But since it is a cylinder, it will be coming out of the plane and going beyond the plane also, since it is a cylinder. So this side is also bonded by the cylinder. So one of the side is bonded by the cylinder. This side is bonded by your xz plane. This side is bonded by your yz plane. If you are assuming it in 3D, if we are assuming octant. Now the upper side you are left with, because on the two sides you have plane. On the other side you have a cylinder. You have planes like this one. You have planes like this one, and then you have cylinder like this one coming like this. This is a plane, this is a cylinder, and from above, what is covering it? Plane z plus y is equal to 3. That is z3 minus y is the surface or the plane that is covering it from the top, and this surface is somewhat like this one. This surface is this one. So this is the surface of 3 minus y, plane 3 minus y, and it is going from lower octant, 8th octant to the first octant in the slanted way. So it will cut that cylinder and coordinate plane and will go beyond that. So now this is a plane that is asking about 3 minus y. So coming back to the question, since we have to find the volume, Now for the volume we need first of all fxy. There is a surface that is bonding it, and that is here it is 3 minus y. This is the surface which is bonding it from the above, and it is a slanted plane. That is covering it from the upside, top, and below it is bonded by this one. This is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, and this x square plus y square equals to 2. This is your y equals to 0, this is your x equals to 0. So in the xy plane, because we need for the volume, we need the limits of integration from the region we have in xy plane. So this is the region of integration. That we will get in xy plane corresponding to the volume that we have to find for the region R that is in your xy plane. The volume of this region of this three-dimensional space we have to find, which is bounded below by this region R. This region R is bounded by from one side xy plane, on one side by yz plane, and on one side by the cylinder. In xy plane we can say curve x square plus y square equals to 2 on one side y-axis, on other side x-axis. And corresponding to volume, above part is bonded fxy, that is you have to find the volume of the region, volume of 3D space bonded below by this region R, and above by surface that equals to fxy, that is your plane 3 minus y. So now this is your, now in this case either you can take dy or dx. Okay, so let me just do it here it in proper way, so that I need not to go to the other page. Let me write it here properly. So this is y, x, and this is your 3 minus y. Now in this case you can see from the figure that either you take dy or dx, it will matter much, because the portion here is in the first octant and in xy plane it is first quadrant. So you consider imaginary line, it is entering at y equals to 0 and leaving at under root, sorry it is 4, under root 4 minus your x square, It is a circle. So in terms of y, the equation of this boundary in terms of y is your under root 4 minus x square. And values of x that encloses this, x equals to 0 to 2. So this is how we find your volume. Everything is clear. I have shown you some of the figure actually so that you can visualize the volume with which we are working. And what is that volume actually for which we are doing these questions. However, mathematically we just need to find the region R in xy plane. But for that you must be also very much clear that how that region actually comes from. So that will be clear to you only when you see that yes, this cylinder is how this cylinder will be in 3-dimensional space, what are those coordinate planes, and what will this surface will be. And surface here was plane, a slanted plane that I shown you in the figure. So you can solve this to find the answer 9 pi minus 8 by 3. So this is the solution in this case. Now coming to the last example, the series of these questions. This is also important one. Find the volume of solid in first octant bounded by coordinate planes and plane x plus 2y plus 3z equals to 4. So this is an interesting question. You can see here in this question, nothing is given to you that which of is the region in xy plane. No curve is given to you for sketching the region in xy plane, about which we usually find the limits of integration. So the only thing given is your first octant. You have to find the volume, whatever it will be R fxy dA. R is the region in xy plane. The volume we have to find, and this will be some sort of this one. Now fxy we can find out, since you have this one. So from here z is equal to 4 minus x minus 2y by 3, and this is your fxy. So this is your fxy. So at least your problem is done, that you got your surface with which it is bounded from above. The 3-dimensional space or region whose volume you are going to find, it is bounded above by the plane or the surface z equals to fxy, and that fxy is 4 minus x minus 2y by 3, a plane. Again it is a slanted plane. I can show you the figure of this plane. Yes, here it is a plane. Again, figure it looks like that, similar to that one, but it is in if you look at the coordinates, it is a different one. This is the figure of your 4 minus x minus 2y. And since we are so concerned with your only first coordinate octant, I am here have drawn the figure of same. I have drawn the figure of same this plane 4 minus x minus 2y divided by 3 in your first and the 8th octant. First octant and the octant below the first octant. So here is the shape. This is your origin. This point is your origin, and above this your first octant, and below is your octant below first octant. That is 8th. So this is the shape of the plane or the surface that is bounding the for which the volume for which region we are finding, that is bounded above by this plane above, and below it is bounded by your nothing is given. Also he is giving that coordinate plane from the side, that is this side it is bounded by xz plane, this side it is bounded by yz plane. So if you have your coordinate plane, it is y equals 0, x equals to 0. Only these things are given, that coordinate plane. So if the figure we were looking at, so on this side you will have your xz plane, this side you have a yz plane. But what about the other part? What about the other part this side? Here you do not have a bounding curve as was in your previous question. So for such type of question, what you do, you put z equals to 0 in the equation of fxy, put z equals to x in this, and you will get x plus 2y is equal to 4. That is, this plane or the surface is intersecting the xy plane and then generating a curve x plus 2y equals to 4. You know, whenever a surface will go through the plane, intersect the plane, it will always intersect it through a curve. So in this case, when that plane that I have shown you coming from the lower octant below the fourth octant, coming from that to the first octant, it is slanted and it cuts in the form of this curve or the straight line x plus 2y equals to 4. And this line is at y0, x is 4, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 4, say 4, 0, and at x0, y is 2, x0, y 2. So this is. So this is the line you will get, then that plane will come out of this plane z equals to fxy or surface will come out of this xy plane. So you will get this bounding curve that will bound this region R. So here is the region R that now you get. So in this type of question, when you know bounding curve is given, that actually is derived from the surface or the plane whatever is given. So wherever surface is intersecting that xy plane, that intersects through a curve. So where it intersects xy plane, you get a line or a curve, and that line or curve will give you the bounding curve for that region. So this is your x plus 2y is equal to 4. So now it is easy to find the limits of integration of this region. So this is the bounded region. Only special thing about this is no bounding curve was given. You derive it from the surface z equals to fxy or the plane. So y is 0, line is entering at y equals 0 and leaving at 4 minus x upon 2. Here we use this to find the value of y. It is leaving at this line, and this line is x plus 2y 4. So in terms of y, it is your 4 minus x by 2. And values of x 0 to 4. So here it is your, say, let me write it as dx dy. So you can solve this to get 16 upon 9. So this is the volume. This is the volume of the region R. Sorry, not the region R, region in three-dimensional space, which is bounded below by this region capital R and above by the plane fxy or the surface fxy. Yes, so this completes the question regarding volume, that how to find the volume using double integral. But remember one thing, only discrepancy here is that fxy is positive in each and every question. In each and every question, fxy is positive, only then you were able to find the volume. If fxy is positive, not positive, or some values in this capital R region, whatever you are considering, if fxy, not all in this question it is going to be positive, but in some other question, if it is not positive, you are not sure it is positive or negative, then that will not be giving you the volume. So in that case, you have to move backward to your this type of triple integral. You have to move to triple integral for finding your volume. And in that case also, as we did in the case of double integrals, we have a specific criteria for finding the limits of integration of double integral. Similarly, in three-dimensional space, if we have to find the volume, we have a specific criteria to find the limits of integration of x, y, and z. So at least we are not going for that. We will restrict our study up to here to double integrals only. Now, coming to your this question, where is that? Yes, yes, this was the question we started. This was the question we started, and this figure was complicated, so I am not drawing it again. I am just doing the question of reversing the order of integration, that in case the question has been asked to find the volume like this one. The question is solve integral yes, minus 4 to 1 3x to 4 minus x square. Sorry, I think I wrote, yeah, it is fine, 4 minus x square, fine, x plus 4 dy by changing order of integration. See, the question is this one now, but we have to find the lead about volume. Let us come to the point that since we have to change the order of integration in this question, so question is that he gave you the exact double integral where you have integrated first with respect to y and then with respect to x. Now he wants you to, question is that using the given integration, find it first with respect to x and then with respect to y. So first thing in this question that you will do, you will first sketch the region. Sketch the region from the given limits of integration. And limits of integration are minus 4 less than x less than 1 and 3x less than equal to y less than equal to 4 minus x. So this is the region of integration, sorry, limits of integration that you will use to sketch the region of integration. So here we have sketched the limits of integration, sorry, region of integration. Now I am coming to your second part, finding the limits of integration. So since now we have to take the limits of integration with respect to x first and y then, that is, we will be considering a horizontal line L. So looking carefully at the origin, you can see up to, let me just make it a little bit clear. You can see that up to this point, this imaginary line is entering on this curve y equals to 4 minus x square and leaving on the line y equals to 3x. However, if you go above this boundary, say that I have drawn here, you will see, say this is your L2, this is L1. You will see it is entering in y equals to minus 4 square curve and leaving at the same curve. So we must possibly or definitely we have to split the region, because it is not always for every part of the region or every part of the bounding curve that wherever you are entering the same boundary, you are leaving at the same boundary. It is different. So we have to split the region now into two parts. So this is say region R1 and say this is region R2. So I now becomes your x plus 4 dx dy. This is your region R1 and then region R2 x plus 4 dx dy. So it must be now written in terms of your this one. Yes. So this is R2. Done. So first thing because mostly in the case of the question where your order of integration is changed, region is going to be split most of the cases in two or more parts. So here it is split into two parts. So consider region R1. Now consider region R1. Here it is entering, here the boundary, where it is entering, this is the boundary, where it is entering, and it is y equals to 4 minus x square. So since you have y equals to 4 minus x square, this means x square is equals to 4 minus y, so x is equals to plus minus under root 4 minus y. This is the value of x. You need x, because here the limits of integration are with respect to x. So x is equals to, since you are on the left side of y-axis, so x is negative. So here the limits of integration are your minus under root 4 minus y, because here you can see it is plus minus. But since now this is the boundary you are working with, so it is your x equals to minus of under root 4 minus y. And it is leaving at this line. This is the line, that is y equals to 3x. So y equals to 3x gives you x equals to y upon 3. So this is x equals to y upon 3. Done. Now the values of y that cover this region R1. Be careful, value y is this one. In one of the questions I took the value of x. Be careful about that. So y is minus 12. Y is your minus 12 to your this point, this is the point, and this point is your 1, 3, that is your 3. Value of y is your 3. So this is the value of 3, that your, in this case you have the values of y which will enclose each and every vertical line. Yes, this is fine. These are the values of y, minus 12 to 3, that will enclose every horizontal line crossing through this region R1. Now coming to the region R2, here you have this imaginary line L2. Clearly you can see here, let me just put it in a proper way. Yes, here it is. Okay, so x, again it is entering at this point. It is entering at this point or this boundary and leaving at this boundary. So where it is entering, x is a positive. X here is taken to be positive, because this is a part of parabola y equals to 4 minus x. Here we convert it into this form of your x plus minus, but since it is on the left hand side of y-axis, so it is positive. So x is equal to under root 4 minus y. Sorry, it is negative. Sorry for that. It is negative. Since on the left hand side of the y-axis, and here it is your positive 4 minus y. Yes, it is. This is, for this it is your plus under root 4 minus y. For here the boundary is your minus under root 4 minus y. That is what we have written here. And the values of y that encloses this region R2, all the horizontal line crossing through this region R2, are your from 3 to 4, because this point is 0, 4. So this y equals to 3 to y equals to 4. Yes. And we can solve this to get the answer as 625 upon 12. So this is the required result for this question that we have solved by changing the limits of integration. So this was all about your double integration, and with this I close this your unit and lecture also. Thank you. Thanks a lot.